Coach, just talk about the opening 3 possessions for them. They really kind of came out and landed a few haymakers. What were they doing offensively that worked for them?
Well, they did a few things that they had a better plan at the end of the day. They did a great, their plan was very good. They came out hot. I knew they would. And that quarterback made completions. I mean, he threw nice balls, and they made great catches for him. So they did a nice job, and those first 3 series has kind of set the tempo for that first half and took us out of the first half. But you got to give them credit. They had a good plan, and they executed well.
Coach, what's the biggest difference you can see in the way you guys played today and the way you've been playing?
Well, we weren't as good on defense today as what we have been. You know, we made those sacks that he got away from us on, and we got him down. And they go from 1st and 10s to 3rd and longs. So you put that in there alone. We didn't get him on the ground. He played. He got away. He did a great job, and that was probably the biggest difference early. And then just their execution. We couldn't get them out of rhythm, and that made us struggle a little bit.
Falling behind early, that kind of take you out of what you wanted to do, especially on the offensive side?
I don't know if it took us out what we wanted to do. It did. You know, that's why we changed in the second half, because we had to. You know, we changed everything to make sure that we could get back in the game. We're going to leave it out there and try to swing this thing back in our favor. And I thought our team did an awesome job of getting back in the game and getting in a position to actually win the game. And I thought the adjustments we made and the no huddle and the way Sawyer threw the football, and you know, it started to give life to everybody on the sideline, and thus the defense stepped it up, and it just turned the momentum of the game to our side. So we did make some adjustments at halftime, but in the first half they got us on our heels, and that 21 points right out of the gate, you know, kept us on our heels.
So you come in and get things going a little bit. They turn the ball over 3 straight times. You get moving. Did you kind of feel momentum had turned a little bit in your favor?
Yeah, you know, definitely those 3 turnovers. Anytime there's a turnover or special teams, you know, makes a big play like that, momentum shifts. But it just came down to that we just couldn't keep the momentum on our side. You know, we just kept going back and forth. But if you're down like that, then you know we come out hot in the first or the second half, and then we just got to keep the momentum on our side, and that was, I think, that was part of the problem.
Coach, what was the timeline for the quarterback switch? When did you really first consider the move, and when did you make the decision for sure?
Halftime. We couldn't. With the way it was, we had to do something to spark the whole thing, to turn it back in our favor. You know, that's a little bit playing the team twice comes into play, and I thought they had a great plan to counter what we were doing, and say offense and defense, and that's why we had to totally flip it to make sure that we did something they weren't prepared for. And I think that by, you know, Sawyer coming to the game changes our offense completely. It changes, you know, a little bit different how you have to defend it, and we did some different things on defense to try to create some things to get back in the game. And you know, but I will say the offense, you know, sparked everything by going down the field and making the plays. You know, LeMaster made a great catch. A couple of those guys made some great plays out there, and we converted some 3rd downs, and you know, it made all the difference. I think we converted a 4th down, if I remember right. So, you know, they started making plays, and then thus the defense kind of stepped up.
David, there's not been many days maybe where you were corralled the way you were today. What were they doing defensively, and could you just kind of sense that they were just keying on everything you did?
Yeah, I felt like they definitely were keying on everything I was doing, even just the swings and anything like that. And that, I mean, it's a great defense. They have a good defense, great skill players that could keep me contained. So it was a good job by them.
I know you just finished the game. Can you kind of put what you've accomplished at Northern Iowa in a little bit of context as you walk off the field as a Panther for the last time?
It's just a great atmosphere that I came into, and I'm glad I chose here. I wouldn't choose any other school, and it was a tough loss. Not really thinking about the last 5 years, but just want to appreciate everyone that's brought me this far, the coaches and the players and everyone around me.
Sawyer, how prepared were you to come in the game in the second half? When did you get an idea you were going to get in the game?
You know, I handle every week like I'm starting. Coach Verduzco makes sure that, you know, whether it's me or Breon, that we are both prepared to go in and play. So I was ready to play the whole time, you know, and I was just waiting on an opportunity. You know, if something would have happened to Breon, if he would have gotten hurt, you know, you never know when you're going to get called on. So you always have to be ready as a quarterback.